Hello everyone. This is the Teaching Service Commission radio teaching program in collaboration with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. My name is Elsie May Melanie Buckle and I am your radio teacher for Maths, Lower Primary, Grades 1 to 3. Maths lessons will be broadcast every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. and Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Even though I can't see you, I know you will listen carefully and do your best. I am so excited as you worked so hard in our last lesson. Here with me today is
Winifred Farmer.
Okay, we are so excited to get started today. Keep up the effort and your brain will continue to grow. Let me ask this. What is the name of the illness that is spreading across the world right now?
It is called the coronavirus or COVID-19. You can get the sickness by not washing your hands and by being too close to someone who has the germ inside of them.
Exactly. This sickness is in our country now, so we all need to be very careful. That means right now we can't go to school or church services because we should not be close to people right now. When someone has the germ, they can give it to others very easily. When we stay at home, we are helping to protect ourselves. You can be a hero during this fight against the coronavirus.
Mrs. Buckle, I remember the lesson about a child right be protected from harmful labor. Last time we spoke about children not being allowed to work in gold mines or other difficult and dangerous jobs. What other jobs can children not do?
Great question. There are so many jobs that children should not be doing. Children should not be selling in the streets. Children should not be serving in the army. And they should not be sold for any kind of labor, including prostitution. All of these kinds of work are harmful to children and are against the law. If children do these things, they can be harmed in many ways, including missing out on their education. We as adults have a duty to protect children from harmful labor.
It is our right to be protected from harmful labor.
Exactly. It is your right to be protected from harmful labor. And it is the duty of adults to protect you. Back to math. Let's settle our brains down to get them ready for learning. We'll start with 5 deep breaths. During these 5 breaths, think of one thing you did well in our last lesson and one thing you want to do better today. Big, deep breathing. And out. In and out. In again and out. Breathe in and out. In and out. Nicely done. I hope you feel a bit more relaxed and settled and ready to practice working with numbers. Today, we are going to continue the work we started in our last radio lesson where we compared numbers. For today's lesson, you need a notebook and a pencil. And if there's anyone who can be your helper, please call them now. It's number warm-up time. Today, let's start from 100 and count forward by twos. If you're sitting down, please stand up so we can get warmed up. Okay, the first movement we're going to do is arm circles. Start by holding your arms straight out to your sides. Your body should look like the letter T. Good. Now we're going to make little circles with our arms, counting in ones with each circle. Make sure to keep your arms straight. Let's start from 100 and go to 120. Get ready, go. 100, 102, 104, 106, 108, 110, 112, 114, 116, 118, 120. Excellent work. Now we're going to do neck circles. We're going to roll our necks in a circle, counting with each go round. Try to get a nice stretch in your neck. We're going to start from 120 and go to 140. Get ready, go. 120, 122, 124, 126, 128, 130, 132, 134, 136, 138, 140. Nice job. Now stand with your feet apart like an upside down Y. We're going to count from 140 to 160. Each time we count, we're going to take our hand and touch our toe on the other side of our body, then stand up again. So, if we're starting with our left hand, we should be touching our right toe, and then our right hand touching our left toe. Get ready? Let's go. 140, 142, 144, 146, 148, 150, 152, 154, 156, 158, 160. Well done. For 160 to 180, we will do jumping jacks. So get ready. Let's go. 160, 162, 164, 166, 168, 170, 172, 174, 176, 178, 180. Nice work. Now from 180 to 200, we will run in a place as we count. Ready? Let's run. 180, 182, 184, 186, 188, 190, 192, 194, 196, 198, 200. Wow! What a workout!
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Great job warming your brain. Now we're going to start our main activity. I hope you have your pencil and books ready. I am going to say the problem twice. So take notes in your notebook to make sure you understand the problem. Here we go. 4 friends have all been saving money. James has more than Amy, but less than George. Jenny has more than George. List the friends in order from who has the least money to who has the most money. Listen again. 4 friends have all been saving money. James has more than Amy, but less than George. Jenny has more than George. List the friends in order from who has the least money to who has the most money. Okay, students, list the friends in order from who has the least money to who has the most money. Remember, greatest means the biggest number, while least means the smallest number. You can use your sticks and counters, you can draw a picture, or use any other method that makes sense to you. When you finish, explain to your helper how you solved the problem. Let's talk about it. Winifred, how did you figure it out?
I know that Amy has the least money, followed by James, then George, then Jenny has the most money. I use the friends colored counters to represent each friend. When the clue said that James had more money than Amy, I placed the James counter above the Amy counter. I put the George counter above the James counter because the clue said that James had less money than George. I placed Jenny counter above George because the clue said that Jenny has more than George.
That makes sense to me. Great job, students. Let's do another problem. I'm going to say it twice. This problem also involves 4 people: James, Mariama, Titi, and Abdul. Write these 4 names in your notebook right now. James, Mariama, Titi, and Abdul. James has 12 erasers. Mariama has 21 erasers. Titi has 6 erasers. And Abdul has 17 erasers. List them in order from who has the greatest number of erasers to who has the least number of erasers. Listen again. James has 12 erasers. Mariama has 21 erasers. Titi has 6 erasers. And Abdul has 17 erasers. List them in order from who has the greatest number of erasers to who has the least number of erasers. Just a reminder, greatest means the biggest number, while least means the smallest number. So take a minute to put them in order. You can use any method that makes sense to you. When you finish, explain to your helper how you solved the problem.
Just to make sure I heard correctly, James has 12 erasers, Mariama has 21 erasers, Titi has 6 erasers, and Abdul has 17 erasers, right?
Yes. So students, list them in order from who has the greatest number of erasers to who has the least number of erasers. Let's discuss this problem. Winifred, what did you get?
Mariama has the most erasers, followed by Abdul, James, then Titi. I know that 21 is the greatest number because it has 2 tens and all the other numbers have 1 or 0 tens. Abdul is next because it has 1 10 and 7 ones, while James has 1 10 and 2 ones. Titi has the least number of erasers because 6 is made up of 0 tens and 6 ones. I drew a picture of tens, 6, and ones counters to help me figure it out.
Great job! In mathematics, there is usually more than one way to solve problems. Next question. Who has more legs? 3 pigs or 6 people? Who has more legs? 3 pigs or 6 people? Choose a method that makes sense to you and explain your answer to your helper. Okay, students, let's explain how we solved this.
I drew a picture. I drew 3 pigs with 4 legs each and 6 people with 2 legs each. Then I just counted all the legs. I counted 12 pig legs and 12 human legs. So 3 pigs and 6 people have an equal number of legs. Neither has more. Also, I use addition. I know that pigs have 4 legs, so I added 4 plus 4 plus 4 and got 12. People have 2 legs, so I added 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 to get 12. This tells me that 3 pigs and 6 people have the same number of legs.
So one of the methods you used was counting and the other was addition. Listeners, which method did you use? How are counting and addition related? Share with your helper. How are counting and addition related?
Adding and counting can both help us find a total.
I agree. But adding seems like a faster way to find a total than just counting. So instead of counting each pig leg one by one, I could just add 4 plus 4 plus 4. Listeners, for any problem, there is usually more than one way to solve, but some ways can be faster than others. Last challenge problem. Mystery number. Have your pencil and paper ready to write down the clues as I say them. Here are the clues. I am an even number. I do not include the digits 0, 2, 4, or 6. I am less than 40 and greater than 30. What number am I? I'm going to ask again. I am an even number. I do not include the digits 0, 2, 4, or 6. I am less than 40 and greater than 30. What number am I? Let's go through the clues. First one, I am an even number. What did you think when you heard the first clue?
I thought that the number must be even, which means that we can share it exactly into 2 groups. I also know that even numbers have 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 in the ones place.
Okay, let's keep that in mind. The second clue says that the mystery number does not include the digits 0, 2, 4, or 6. So
that means it must be in the ones place.
I agree. Now, final clue. I am less than 40 and greater than 30. How do we use this clue?
If we know the number must have an 8 in the ones, it must also have a 3 in the tens place. This will give us the number 38, which doesn't have the digit 0, 2, 4, or 6. It's less than 40 and is greater than 30. The mystery number is 38.
Great! Listeners, did you guess 38? Did the explanation make sense to you? If you guessed another number, do you see the mistake you made? Remember, if you made a mistake, no worries. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes, to grow as a mathematician and as a person. Great job today, problem solvers. Before we end today's lesson, think of one thing you learned about problem solving today. If you're listening at home, share with your helper. Winifred?
I learned that we can solve a problem more than one way, but one way may be faster than the other.
Okay.
I learned that mistakes can make me grow smarter.
You are exactly right. Well, that's it for our lesson today. Great job growing your brain. For homework, here is a challenge problem. How old is everyone? Kelly is 3 years older than Peter. Jack is the same age as Aisha. Max is 2 years older than Kelly. Peter is 9 years old. Aisha is 3 years younger than Max and 2 years older than Muddy. How old is everyone? I'm going to repeat the homework. Kelly is 3 years older than Peter. Jack is the same age as Aisha. Max is 2 years older than Kelly. Peter is 9 years old. Aisha is 3 years younger than Max and 2 years older than Maddie. How old is everyone? Tune in for our next radio lesson on Friday to hear the answers. Goodbye.